All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sun's Vision on Life. My name is Adewale Agboke Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. Today, I'm going to conclude the Clash of the Titans Saga. We just came back from Los Angeles Comic-Con 2022. It was awesome. It was my first show in 3 years. I was nervous and I was excited, but it was awesome. I got to showcase the new apparel. And people were loving it. The footwear. I mean, it was like, yes, I finally arrived with my own gear, with my own brand, and just meeting so many awesome people and having so many people just recognize the skills. So that was great, man. But before we get into this podcast, I want to pay some of these bills. This podcast, Sun's Vision Podcast, is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting, growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. And as I stated before, A4 Capital Consulting is coming out with an awesome new podcast. Get ready for it. It's really going to help you to grow your business and take it to the next level, just like our Sun's Vision is now. Look at us. We now officially have a trademark. Karjakz is trademarked. Sun's Vision is trademarked. Asha is trademarked. Batas is trademarked. And this is what happens to you when you're dealing with individuals that know how a business is supposed to be ran. So A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. A4CapitalConsulting.com for details. That podcast is going to be fire. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadil Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. At Anadil Foot and Ankle, make your feet happy again. That's AnadilCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadilCenter.com for details. Like I always be telling y'all, I got my Anadil custom orthotics. They go into my batas. All my footwear have these in them. I didn't want my feet hurting. I went to go see Dr. Onosode. He took care of me. No surgery needed, just consultation. Told me what to do. And here I am. Feet feel great and awesome and healed up. All right. So AnadilCenter.com for details, y'all. AnadilCenter.com for details, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get into this podcast. As I stated before, it's the conclusion of the Clash of the Titans Saga. I can't believe I finally have a saga in my whole podcast listing after all these episodes. After 100 plus episodes, I finally got to a saga. Well, there's got to be more sagas coming around, in the future podcast. But today, what I'm going to do is, we talked about the heroes, the Karjakz versus the Infinity Heroes. And then in the part two, in the part one I talked about the Karjakz versus Infinity Heroes. In the part two, I talked about the Assassins versus the Infinity Villains. Well, now I decided it was time for the Infinity Heroes to join forces with the Karjakz. Right, so now you've got the Karjakz and the Infinity Heroes joining forces, and you got the Assassins joining forces with the Infinity Villains. Oh, it's going to be a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really more about matchups, but now it's more about what teams were joined. So let's recap, right? So we got on the hero side, because I just want to give you the lineup, all right? On the hero side, we've got the Karjakz, Kjen, Escalade, Glucks, Raspuin, Sheperd, Sincere, Dizol, and then, of course, the Infinity Heroes, Blade, Ironman, Storm, Batman, Black Panther, Wonder Woman, Superman. That is a lineup right there. But they're going against the Assassins and the Infinity Villains, who themselves are not to be trifled with. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are beasts. You know what I mean? On the villain side, you got Suntzu, who leads the Assassins, Artilery, Excursion, Revo, Kanji, Snipes, Yukon, Thanos, Lady Kyra, Killmonger, Killer Frost, Sabre from Technoman series, Lady Deathstrike, Doomsday. Man, that's a matchup, y'all. That is a crazy nightmare matchup. Now, I didn't even so much match them up, but it's just more about the hero side going against the villain side, right? So let's start off with the Karjakz, of course. Let's start off with the Karjakz, the heroes on this side. So you got Kjen, real name Jones Phoenix, alias Kjen, of course. 5'11" without armor, 6'5" within armor, 192 pounds without armor, 255 pounds in armor. His suit is lightweight design but heavy as hell. He's an engineer, CEO of Icon Industries, creative. He's a master of karate, jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, and Jeet Kune Do. You know what I'm saying? The Bruce Lee martial arts training. I love me some Bruce Lee. So, when I created him, he had to have Bruce Lee skills. And, of course, he's got choice of weapons are the Blue Blades, Omega Beam, Cajun Star, Laser Rays, Light Shield, Nimbus Hoverboard, and, of course, his faithful sidekick Sphinx and Egyptian mystical tiger. Now, next up is Escalade, because I'm going to introduce all the heroes, and then I'm going to introduce all the villains and going against the villains. So, you've got the Escalade on this side. Real name Sarah Phoenix, alias Escalade, 5'10", 152 pounds, Air Force Colonel, ace pilot, tactical strategist. Fighting skills include black belt in karate and taekwondo. And then our choice of weapons are Harriet, the pulse cannon, targeting visor, smart bombs, Teflon suit, Wild Wing, her F-71 fighter jet. she's sick as hell. I mean, Escalade is off the chain. Next up is Glucks. Sixth, real name Chris Phoenix, 6'2", 212. Student, major is computer science. Fighting skills include boxer, kickboxer, and Muay Thai. And of course, his weapons are Gatling, the pulse cannons, spider darts, Teflon suit, targeting visor, and of course, got his awesome vehicle Hydra, which can land or sea. It goes either way. I mean, one of the things about each character is, as I introduce these characters again, because of course, the Karjakz you don't know as well as you know all these other heroes I'm going to go, but I felt the need to introduce these heroes. Of course, Raspuin, real name Sean Jones, alias Raspuin, 6'2", 209. Student, major is biology. Fighting skills include kickboxing, Muay Thai, master in karate. He's by far probably the best hand-to-hand combatant on the whole Karjakz Assassin universe, because his style of fighting does not incorporate using projectiles. Everything is more hand-to-hand combatant, strike, defensive skills, offensive skills. So he's an incredible character in terms of that. Weapons, servo sticks, grappling gloves, ninja stars, toggling visor. As I stated before, look at the choice of weapons he has, and of course, it's amazing motorcycle with Evo. So that's Raspuin right there. And then you've got Dizol, real name Ben Warhol Gray, alias Dizol, of course. 6'5", 275. He's a big dude, just like my big bro in real life. Occupation, mechanical engineer, chief engineer of Icon of Phoenix Industries, of course. Fighting skills include boxing, wrestling skills, and then his weapons are power axe, a biosuit, and gauntlets, and his total mass. Now his biosuit offers him unlimited strength and many forms of invulnerability. So I'm not gonna go to detail that, because as the official, first of all, Karjakz Assassin's comic book comes out, you're really gonna understand what's going on with that. You know what I mean? And then next up, you've got Scarlet. You've got Sincere, aka real name Scarlet Gray, alias Sincere, 5'9", 140 pounds. Occupation is a news reporter, journalist. Fighting skills include the shadow arts, Muay Thai, master in karate. Now you're like, shadow arts? What's up with that? Well, I'm not telling you nothing, because when you get to read the first official Karjakz comic book, it's gonna make a lot of sense to you. So I'm gonna leave that alone right there. That's Sincere. And then of course Sheperd. Last but not least, real name Vincent Pierce, alias Sheperd. 6'1", 195. Occupation, he's a surgeon, master in Taekwondo, karate, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he's blind. Sheperd is such an incredible character. I mean, the things he's done, they can do, are incredible. And as you come to read the comic book, as you come to see the many things as the Karjakz Assassin universe comes to get bigger, you'll be like, this guy's an incredible character. Fighting skills include master in Taekwondo, karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Then his weapons are the quantum bow and quantum arrow. He has the sync visor and sync gun and sync disc. This sync visor allows him to see everything, but everything else that comes with the weapons are synced so that when he uses them, he can see them. And it was built by Jones Phoenix, aka Kjen, to help him be able to be a great fighter as he is when he's in the battlefield. So that's Sheperd right there. Now, next up, we want to talk about the heroes, right? We've got Blade, we've got Ironman, we've got Storm, we've got Batman, Black Panther, Wonder Woman, Superman. Blade, of course. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm going through all the characters. I'm gonna show y'all who's who from the Karjakz Assassin universe. You know what I'm saying? That's Kjen right there, as you can see. You know what I mean? Next up, this is the whole Karjakz team right there. You know what I'm saying? They got Kjen right there. I'm still introducing right now, y'all. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what we do. We gotta introduce them to y'all. And then of course you got Escalade. You know what I'm saying? Escalade right there. Then you got Sincere right there. You know what I mean? I gotta break these people down to y'all. We got Glucks. Then we got Raspuin right there. Then of course you got Dizol. And then you got Sheperd. Now I know I always forget to introduce him, but he's part of the team. Well, not in this series, not in this saga anyway. You got Sphinx right there at the bottom. You know what I mean? So they're joining forces with the Infinity Heroes, and the first one off the top is Blade. As you well know, Blade is an incredible character. Played by Wesley Snipes in the movies, which I think is the reason why Marvel is where it is today. Blade, hunter, smart, intelligent, tactical strategist, fighter, hand-to-hand combative skills off the chain. Blade is an incredible all-around fighter. He's a leader. And to be honest with you, it's going to be hard deciding who's the leader of this whole heroes thing is. Whether it's going to be him or it's going to be Escalade. But one of them got to lead him. And I'm more leaning towards Escalade, of course, because she's my character. And also, too, she's my character from the Karjakz Assassin, but also, too, because she's a colonel. You know what I mean? She's a colonel in this universe that I've created. and she's a colonel. You can't have a colonel on your team and she's not the leader. That doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you've got Blade, who's an incredible fighter, and he's got a choice of weapons, different type of artillery. And then, of course, his sword. He's a master swordsman, trained in Japan. I mean, Blade is not to be messed with. And he's an incredible character and just all around badass. Now, next up, you've got Iron Man. And then, of course, can't forget Blade. His real name is Eric Brooks. Most people don't know that. Blade's real name is Eric Brooks. That's right. Then, of course, you got Iron Man, a.k.a. Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? The billionaire philanthropist, he's a billionaire in philanthropist, just like Kjen. He's intelligent. Science, he creates this incredible armor, not only to save his life, but to battle the forces of evil, Mandarin's evil forces. And this guy is just mopping the floor with people. I mean, he's my favorite Avenger, first of all. I'm not going to lie about that. And he's my second favorite character in the Marvel Universe. He's my second favorite character that isn't in the Karjakz Assassin universe. Iron Man is an incredible character. Pulse cannons, laser rays, oh my God, I'm going blind right now. His suit offers nanotechnology, especially what we saw in Endgame. Before, when it first started, it was just armor that could do the basic things. And then as the movies evolved, as he evolved, his armor became more sentient. Now he's able to do multiple things, shift on command, modulate through different armor modes and stuff like that. So, man, Iron Man is off the chain, y'all. Next up, we got Storm. I got to show y'all Storm, because this is just me introducing the villains. So I'm going to let y'all decide who wins. I'm not even going to pick who the contest is. I'm just introducing. I'm going to let y'all decide who their winner is. Here we go. We got Storm right there. Look at that, man. The goddess element herself, the most powerful X-Man, as far as I'm concerned, in the whole Marvel universe and the whole X-Men universe. I've never thought she's gotten a just due. Controls every single element on Earth. Who wants to fight somebody like that? Thunder, lightning, rain, snow, any kind of weather you can think of that you've heard of, and then ones you've never heard of. She's so powerful. I am waiting for the day when Marvel finally gives this woman a just due. Get one of these awesome ladies to play her. Whether it's Regina King, whether it's Angela Bassett, whether it's Lupita. To be honest with you, I prefer Lupita to play her. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got Storm is an incredible character. Even in the Age of Apocalypse, I thought she was incredible. She's always been not used the way she was supposed to be used. You know what I mean? I feel like she could be a better job when they're done with using her. But Storm in this Clash of the Titans saga, I'm going to give her a prop. She is a beast not to be trifled with. I mean, she's got flight. The only thing she doesn't have is super strength. And in a way, she kind of controls gravity too, which is incredible. She's an all-around badass, man. You know what I'm saying? So Storm, next up. Next up, we got Batman. Let's see here. Let's get this Batman. Let's go back. I'm looking through my notes. I'm taking my sweet time with this one, y'all. Oh, here we go. The Dark Knight himself, Bruce Wayne, Batman, as y'all can see him. You know what I mean? The Dark Knight himself, a.k.a. real name Bruce Wayne. He's about 6'3", 240. Some guys are going to list their weight and stuff if I remember it, because I've had Batman's measurements for a long time in my head. Bruce Wayne, he's all human, just like Tony Stark, but except his suit is more of a ninja costume, not so much armor and artillery like Iron Man. He's basically DC's Iron Man. That's what Batman is. And so that's why you see Wayne Tech and Stark Industries. Well, he's Wayne Tech. He's got all this technology. He's a detective. Got competitive skills up to yin yang. He's been trained all over the world in the various martial arts disciplines: Taekwondo, karate, jiu-jitsu, you name it. And then, of course, he even trained with the League of Shadows. I didn't even know he was part of the League of Shadows. You know what I'm saying? He trained with the League of Shadows. He's an incredible character, all around badass. I mean, Batman protects Gotham City, but he also protects many parts of the DC universe. And this guy has just got a utility belt with all kinds of gadgets. And of course, can't forget his Batmobile, which is the sickest thing ever. And I keep saying it, man. The Batmobile from the 1992 animated series, that's the car that I want. I don't care about Lamborghini, Ferraris, all that nonsense. I'm not into stuff like that. I'm into collectibles like that, man. I'm going to get that. You know what I'm saying? So the Batmobile, man, and Bruce Wayne is just all around. And what I love most about Batman is he's human. He can fall at any time. So the fact that he has the courage to always just go out there every night and take on these villains that are superior to him in terms of genetics, not so much in fighting skills or anything like that, but just in terms of what they're made of, in terms of being genetically enhanced. He's not genetically enhanced. He's just got a suit that can do a bunch of things, but he himself is what makes the suit go. You know what I mean? So he's an incredible person. Batman is incredible, man. So that's Batman. Next up, we got Black Panther, King of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? AKA T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? The King of Wakanda, T'Challa, the Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Smart, Brilliant scientist creates a suit, Black Panther suit, which is made out of vibranium, but then his sister Shuri advances that suit to make it even more better. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I still can't get over it, man. Black Panther movie was off the chain. And the second one, if y'all want to see the Black Panther Wakanda Forever, please go see that movie. It is off the chain great. Damn, it's good. You know what I mean? But Black Panther, fighting skills, every type of martial arts you can think of, including the ones in Wakanda that you don't know about, right? His suit is literally invincible, bulletproof, laser rays proof. You can't even blow him up. It's nuclear warhead proof. That's how powerful this suit is. Then, of course, his fighting combat skills. And, of course, can't forget the enhanced Wakanda juices, I like to call it, that he takes that makes him superhuman. Not flight, but speed, enhanced strength, agility, guile, stealth, senses. Black Panther is just so sick with it. And then also too, the suit offers technological properties, which you can see. Just like how Iron Man suit has technological properties and Kjen suit has technological properties, Black Panther suit actually offers technological properties. He can scan things, he can read things. I mean, it's just incredible, the suit, man. So Black Panther, all around King of Wakanda, bad behind, just a bad dude, the truth and the two quarters. And then, of course, next up, you've got Wonder Woman, the powerhouse Amazon princess herself, aka Diana Prince. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I forgot to give y'all Storm's name. Look at Storm right here. Oro Monroe. Very few people know that that's Storm's name. Her name is Oro Monroe. Very few people know that about Storm. Real name Oro Monroe. You know what I'm saying? But next up is Wonder Woman, aka Princess Diana. Real name Diana Prince. I think she's about 6'1". I mean, she's just a powerhouse. She's got combative skills. She's got godlike powers. She's got strength, speed, flight. Wonder Woman is just an all-around beast. I mean, she's not to be tried. I mean, you got to be kidding me if you go against her. You know what I mean? You lose. You must want to catch a beat down if you go against Wonder Woman. I mean, Storm's probably the only, because I remember this back in the day in the 90s when they had a Marvel vs. DC clash. Storm whooped Wonder Woman. Don't get it twisted. But I think the only person that can beat that can beat Wonder Woman is Storm. That is it. I mean, Wonder Woman is a man. And then she got the chakras on her wrist. The bracelets, I mean, they protect her, they deflect bullets, they deflect rays, they deflect just about anything. And she's just an all-around hell of a combatant. I mean, she got combat skills like it ain't nobody's business, you know what I mean? So, the Amazon powerhouse herself, you know what I'm saying? So, Wonder Woman. Next up is Superman. Let's see if we can get a picture of Superman. We got to get Superman for y'all. I'm looking for him, I'm looking for him, I'm looking for him. You know what I mean? There we go. Superman, the Man of Steel right there. You know what I'm saying? It's well discussed. The only weakness he really has is kryptonite, right? Real name Clark Kent. Probably I think about 6'3". The guy has got super everything. It's fast as hell, strong as hell. Unlimited strength, unlimited speed. I think the only person that might be faster than him maybe is Flash. Maybe that's a big maybe. And then of course he's got heat vision, freeze breath. He's invulnerable completely except towards magic. Magic is the only thing that can hurt Superman. You know what I mean? So magic is the only thing that can hurt Superman. And of course he can do this a bunch of multiple things. I think he can't go into space without a suit, but I mean, most of the stuff he can do is incredible. You know what I mean? With Superman, I've never been a big Superman fan except for when this new show came out, Lewis and Clark. Now I'm starting to really become a Superman fan. You know what I mean? But Superman is incredible. I had to have him on this list, even though he's not one of my favorite characters. But I still gotta respect the fact that he's Superman. He's a bad dude. You know what I mean? So Superman concludes the list of superheroes right here. Now, next up, we gotta talk about the villains. Suntzu. Starting off with the assassins, right? I gotta introduce assassins to y'all, right? And I'm gonna choose the other villains. Lord Suntzu, aka Blaine Bishop. Real name Blaine Bishop. Alias Suntzu. 6'1" in without armor, 6'7" in armor, 195 pounds without armor, 275 pounds in armor. Occupation, engineer CEO of Argon Tech. Fighting skills include martial arts, master in taekwondo, karate and taekwondo, master of martial art, master in karate, master of many forms of martial arts. I'm gonna put it that way. Master in karate and taekwondo, and of course can't forget the shadow arts, because that's what he invented. That's how he trained his kids. Revo, and anybody who's part of the assassins knows the shadow arts. You know what I mean? And then of course his weapons are Sage, the sword, quantum beam, shoulder cannon, sonic disc, invisible shield. Now, let me break down Suntzu to y'all. Let me show y'all Suntzu, because I gotta show y'all the villains. Because this Clash of the Titans is so cool. I had to introduce these guys, let you know who's who. Right? So let's go. We got the assassins right there. Then you got Lord Suntzu himself, the Overlord. You know what I mean? Probably the coolest villain ever invented. I don't care. I feel like Suntzu, once this thing gets cracking, all it gets bigger and bigger, people are going to be like, Suntzu is the man. You know what I mean? So Suntzu is one hell of a character. Brilliant, intelligent, conniving as he is intelligent. He can manipulate you. He's a great fighter. He's not one of these overlords that don't get his hands dirty. He's an overlord that gets his hands dirty. Like, he'll go up in there and give you a whooping. You know what I mean? He likes to get up in there and mix it up. You know what I mean? So Suntzu, oh my God, I get excited just thinking about the possibilities of this guy, what he can do, and this actually becoming a reality. You know what I mean? Because it is going to become reality. So Lord Suntzu leads the assassin. Next up, you got Artilery. Real name, Aeon Gray. Let's break down Artilery. I'm going to start showing y'all pics. You know what I mean? Check that Artilery out, man. She's a beast. You know what I mean? Look at that, man. Artilery. That's right. Real name, Aeon Gray. Alias Artilery. 5'8", height 5'8", weight 142. Her occupation is bodyguard. Really? She's Suntzu's bodyguard, but that's what she's a former CIA, and the job she becomes a bodyguard. But she's really his fiance, and so she more plays around as a bodyguard, so people don't know what she's actually doing. You know what I mean? And of course, fighting skills are martial arts of all kinds, the shadow arts. She's a black belt in Taekwondo and karate. She is not to be tried. Former CIA agent. Let's talk about her choice of weapons: plasma grenades, torque cannon, smart bombs, Smith and Wessons. Man, Artilery is a beast. She ain't to be tried. If Suntzu sends her after you, it's over for everybody. You know what I mean? And you can imagine this kind of person being on the villain side of this Clash of the Titans. This lady is incredible. You know what I mean? She's basically what Escalade is, but on the villain side. Just an incredible fight and combative skills. She really can't be... Not too many people can mess with her, man. She's so incredible. And then, of course, her suit, the Teflon suit that she has, offers an array of vulnerability enhancements. You know, because the assassins, they're like, you know what, we're not trying to play fair. We're going to enhance ourselves. They're the complete opposite of the Karjakz. Karjakz trying to work with what they got. Whereas the assassins, like, we want every edge we can get, and we're going to use every edge we got. And it shows she's an incredible leader. She's Suntzu's general and also his fiance, and she's basically deciding who's going to do what. She's not to be tried, man. I mean, I can't even see the villains that are also on this team, whether it's Thanos or Lady Kyra trying to step to, or Killmonger. Like, really? Artilery get you stepping to me? Nah, it's the wrong one. So Artilery, an incredible character. Next up, Excursion. You know what I'm saying? I got to show you Excursion. He's a fan favorite whenever I go to the shows, man. People are like, who is that dude? You know what I mean? Excursion. That's Excursion right there, y'all. Real name, Ruben Drones, a.k.a. Excursion, alias. Height 6'4", weight 250. Occupation, head of security at Argon Tech. Yeah, really? Head of security at Argon Tech? Man, whatever. And then fighting skills, boxer, military training, weapons, the 745 cannon, smart bombs, Zorf Corps. And then, of course, his truck, Scourge. Man, Excursion is a former military man, former Marine. He gets discharged. He becomes a hitman for hire. Then Suntzu hires him. Then he's now permanently leading the ground forces on the assassins. You know what I mean? So Artillery is the general, but Excursion is the leader of the ground force. Anything Artillery wants done, Excursion executes. You know what I'm saying? That man don't play. He's all about death. Ain't nothing but good business to him, man. And can you imagine a guy like that being on the villain side of this Clash of the Titans? I mean, this guy is insane. He don't care. He's just like, how much are you paying? If you're paying well, I'm working with you. If you ain't paying nothing, I got to talk to you later. Or just end you later. You know what I mean? This guy is enhanced. He's got implants everywhere. His eyes are implanted. His arms are cybernetic, organic steel, literally indestructible. His choice of his weapons are incredible. He's a hunter, but he has military skills. That is scary. That's what he is. You know what I mean? So that's Excursion right there. Next up, Kanji. You know what I'm saying? The daughter of Suntzu. There goes Kanji right there, y'all. Y'all see her. There goes Kanji right there. The daughter of Suntzu. You know what I mean? So, y'all, my computer over there trying to go to sleep on me. I can't allow that. In the middle of my podcast. Because you never know when you need information off your computer, man. You know what I mean? So, Kanji, man. Daughter of Suntzu. Real name Kanji Lee, alias Kanji, which means strength. 5'10", 158 pounds. She is tall. And man, she can whoop your you know what. Occupation, student, major graphic design. She's an artist. So it means she's got imagination, but to whoop your butt. She's a no-nonsense. She's a kill or be killed attitude. She don't care. Fighting skills include karate, and then a Master of Karate and Shadow Arts. And the Shadow Arts encompasses all different types of martial art disciplines, and the ones that the assassins actually came up with. That's why it's called the Shadow Arts. I mean, they be coming up with all kinds of stuff, man. And of course, her weapons are katanas and chakrans, special type of katanas, man, made for her specifically by her father. And of course, a bike raven. Kanji, man, she's a no nonsense, kill or be killed attitude. She ain't trying to make no friends. You cross her, it's your backside. You betray her, it's your backside. If you try anything, it's your backside. She just zero tolerance. She's like the Baltimore Ravens defense of 2000. She don't give nothing. You know what I mean? You do wrong, it's your, you know what? That's what this lady is about. I mean, imagine a character like this on the villain side of this Clash of the Titans Saga. This is insane. The villains are like, people are going to be looking at this match like, how are the heroes going to beat the villains? These guys are loaded. You know what I mean? Then, of course, next up, we got Revo, son of Suntzu, her twin brother. You know, I got to show him to you. Revo is, oh my God. This dude is, woo-wee. You see Revo right there. He's the truth in 2 quarters. Man, Revo is the truth in 2 quarters. He's a bad dude, man. Real name Tuan Lee, alias Revo. Height 6'2", weight 190. Student, major is physics. So he's a scientist of the sort. And then, of course, fighting skills include martial arts of all kinds, and then the shadow arts. So it encompasses everything. And of course, let's talk about his weapons. Pincers, these swords, shadow disc, shadow suit, nunchucks. And then, of course, his bike shadow. His shadow suit is incredible. Not only can it fade into light, but it can fade into dark. So it doesn't matter what time of the day it is. He's got something for you. You ain't hiding. You can't use. And then, of course, his suit is just so technology is so advanced that you can't do anything with it unless you're like Raspuin or Ironman or Black Panther or Kjen. If you just a normal villain hero dude, you are about to get done in. Revo don't play. And not to mention his fighting skills. Like, his combative skills are insane. Like, he likes to use hand-to-hand combat skills to end his enemies, to take them all down. He don't play. Like, he's the dude that just you don't want to mess with, man. This guy he's an incredible character. I want to say he's the first best fighter in the whole Karjakz Assassin universe, but him and Raspuin from the Karjakz might be tied for the best fighter in the whole Karjakz Assassin universe. When I created those 2 characters, I was like, these dudes are going to be the best combatants in terms of hand-to-hand skills. These guys got some hands. And this dude, Revo, man, he's cocky, but you're like still root for him. So, you know, as the comics go, as the animation goes, you're going to be like, man, Revo's the man. And even at the art show, people are looking at the post like, yo, Revo's hard. Like, this dude is the truth in 2 quarters. So I was so grateful for the Los Angeles Comic Con. People were paying attention to these characters. I got to tell so many people about the first official comic book that's coming out. So talking about Revo right now really excites me. He's a bad dude, man. Next up, we got Snipes, the beauty herself. I call her the Medusa, but she doesn't have any tentacles going out of her head. She's an incredible character. Let's show y'all Snipes, man. This lady's the truth. Check that out, y'all. Snipes right there. You know what I'm saying? To be in her company is probably to be getting your last breaths, because she'll just annihilate you. Real name Nicole Pham, aka alias Snipes, 5'10", 147. Occupation supermodel. Really? She's a supermodel. That's what I gave her. She's a supermodel. You don't even know she's the baddest thing walking around. You just don't know. Then, of course, she's a master in karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Not to mention she's trained in the shadow arts. When she joined the Assassins, she got trained in the shadow arts. Anybody who joins the Assassins and you got ranking in the Assassins, you are getting the shadow arts training. Then her weapons are energy crossbows, spider darts, and acid caps. Then, of course, her vehicle, Aston Martin Turbo, which can manipulate technology of other vehicles. She's an incredible fighter. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's great for espionage. She's great for infiltration. Suntzu uses her skills to get into many places that people have no business getting into. She can manipulate you. Most of the time, you're looking at her like, oh, she's gorgeous. But what you don't know is, like, you're looking at her, it's probably the last time you're going to be breathing, too. She don't play, man. These characters, these assassins on the villain side, in terms of the Clash of the Titans Saga, this is insane to have this many incredible characters that are this powerful. And of course, her suit, she has a Teflon suit. Every single Assassin's member has a Teflon suit, but it's just a different variation of that of Teflon suit technology. Same thing with the Karjakz. They have the Teflon suit technology, but different variations for different things that each character can do. Snipes is an incredible character. She's got the energy crossbow. She's a markswoman. Like, she don't miss. And she's really cocky. That's really what I like about her. She's very cocky. And as you read the book, the comic book, the first official Karjakz Assassin comic book, you're going to come to realize, like, yo, This lady is cocky as hell, which is really, really an attractive attribute. She has confidence in herself to say, you know what, I can whoop anybody. And she will be doing a whole lot of whooping in the comic book. So get ready for the first official Karjakz comic book. That's Snipes, part of this Clash of Titans Saga. Last on the Assassins list is Yukon. You know what I'm saying? The Hawaiian powerhouse. You know what I mean? Yukon, man, this dude right here, man. Alias, real name, Tatas Manaluga. Alias, Yukon. Height 6'7", weight 288. Occupation, security, and force at Argon Tech. So he's the dude at the door you don't want to cross. You see him, you make a U-turn and go the other way around. That's what you do when you see Yukon. You know what I'm saying? And fighting skills include wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's got trusted weapons are shock cables and biosuit. Now his shock cables can go 100 feet long, literally, and put all kinds of electricity up in you and just end your world. Then, of course, his biosuit amplifies his strength literally to unlimited and offers many forms of invulnerability, just like Dizol. This guy, Yukon, man, he does anything to win. He's not about fair fights, man. So if you're fighting Yukon, who's on the Clash of the Titans Saga side and the villain side, man, this villain is insane. Like, Yukon is to win by any way necessary, win by any means necessary. There are no fair fights when it comes to Yukon. It's him against you and you going down. That's how that's going to go. You know what I'm saying? That's Yukon right there. So that's the last but not least right there, Yukon. Now let's introduce y'all to the other villains in this Clash of the Titans Saga, right? You got Lord Thanos. Man, Thanos, one thing I love about Thanos, just like Suntzu, he likes to get his hands dirty. That's really, I think, what drew me to Thanos, because he's the overlord that gets his hands dirty. A lot of these overlords, man, they get on my nerves. They're over there trying to not put in any work. But Thanos, he's the complete opposite. I got to find y'all this drawing, man. Y'all got to check out Thanos. Thanos is a truth and two quarters. Let's see here if we can find a... Here we go. Finally found him. What I gotta do is draw Thanos separately. You see him? Avengers Infinity Endgame. Right there. Thanos. With the gauntlet in his hand. Now, all these posters I keep showing y'all, they're all available on ScienceVision.com. You can find every last one of them on ScienceVision.com. One of the things that I love most about Thanos is that, aside from being an overlord and a godlike character, he actually can get his hands dirty. Like, I love that he can get his hands dirty. Like, a lot of characters don't know how to get their hands dirty. They're always on some other, like, lazy route type of, what should I call this thing? Not getting their hands dirty, you know what I mean? But he's the opposite. Like, he's a leader that's fear, but also gets his hands dirty. So, Thanos, strength, speed, he whooped the Hulk, you know what I mean? Whooped all the Avengers literally all together. The only reason why they beat him is because they got the gauntlet, as you can see in the Endgame movie. But Thanos is not to beat. He is insane. Like, he's like, imagine if the Hulk was controlled and then was disciplined, intelligent, just like, well, Hulk is intelligent, but if he was controlled, that's what Thanos is. He's a controlled Hulk. I mean, the guy is so brilliant, and of course he has this need to control the Earth and control the galaxy and make it in his own image, where it feels like the whole Earth needs to be recycled and start all over again, which makes sense and doesn't make any sense. So you want to destroy what you want to rule. If it's destroyed, how you going to rule it? You know what I mean? Thanos is complicated he's complicated like a mug, but Thanos is an incredible character. You know what I'm saying? He's just incredible. Next up, Lady Kyra from the Ronin Warriors universe. You know what? I'm going to look this up, because last time I was talking about this, I didn't get to show y'all Lady Kyra. Well, this time, we ain't going to have that mistake. Nah, we going to take care of business this time. I'm going to find Lady Kyra for y'all from Ronin Warriors. Yeah, y'all going to know what's up. Lady Kyra. Ah, there she goes. Oh, dang. That's Lady Kyra right there, y'all. For you wondering. If you never watched Ronin Warriors, oh my God. Lady Kyra is a beast. Woo! Talk about hand-to-hand combative skills. She's like the Kanji, but in the Ronin Warriors universe. She's no nonsense. She's zero tolerance. She's kill or be killed. It's me against you. If I'm going against you, I'm taking you down. She is ruthless. Like, and she don't like you. She really don't like you. It's over for you. So that's Lady Kaya right there. She's a beast. Next up, let's talk about Killmonger. This dude right here, man. Oh my God. Killmonger is a monster. Let's see if I can find Killmonger for y'all. AKA, let me see if I can find Killmonger for y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna. Here we go. Right there. There goes Killmonger right there. You know what I mean? Killmonger. AKA Eric. It's almost like Eric the Red, but his real name is Eric. I mean, this dude is a former Marine CIA, former Navy SEAL, Ghost Ops operations. He's taking out dictators and rulers alike. He is ruthless, like cunning, smart, tactical. He literally he took over Wakanda, and the reason why it was beaten was because the Black Panther came back. I mean, this guy, even in the comics, man, he was ruthless. And of course, Michael B. Jordan playing him just brought him to life and just made you realize how cool of a character he was. Killmonger is, and he's just human too. That's what makes him incredible. So he's basically Batman, but a villain version. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a detective too. Killmonger can find things. He's a tracker. He's basically Blade without the superhuman without the superhuman abilities. Killmonger is just. I would love to see a TV show or just a movie or something with just Killmonger. It would be so sick. Killmonger is a sick dude. Can you imagine Killmonger on the Clash of the Titans? This dude is literally the on the villain side of this Clash of the Titans. I mean, the villains are just incredible. Like, I don't realize how much of a roster I just created. These dudes are ruthless, man. I mean, that's the one thing all these characters have in common on this villain side. They don't give a you know what. They'll put anybody down. I mean, Killmonger is a truth and two quarters. This dude is so beast mode. You know what I mean? And of course, he's from Wakanda too, so he can infiltrate places. He used to blend in. He can use any kind of weapons, whether it's combative skills or whether it's projectiles or close range weapons. He can use anything. It don't matter. He got it all. Cannons, lasers, smart bombs, whatever you name it. Killmonger's ready for it. And then, of course, when you give him the Black Panther suit, now you've literally made him invincible. I mean, this guy is just incredible, man. Killmonger is just, even in the Avengers Assemble Season 5, he was sick as hell in that show, too. I mean, Killmonger is a sick character, man. I mean, Killmonger is, there's no way I was going to have this without Killmonger on it. That would be such a disgrace and an accident. So, Killmonger right here, man, he's a beast, man. Next up, we got Killer Frost from DC Comics. Man, this dude, man, I think Killer Frost is sick. A lot of people don't know much about her, but I do. Unless you watch the Flash TV show, a lot of people didn't know anything about Killer Frost, but I do. Killer Frost is sick, man. She's basically the Iceman. She's basically the ice person of DC Comics. That's what she is. She is so ferociously. She's the truth. That's Killer Frost right there, y'all. That's one image of her. Let me show you another one. Because she don't play. She is cold. There goes Killer Frost right there again. You know what I'm saying? She don't play. She's the truth in two quarters. She's a bad lady, man. Freeze powers. Not only do her powers offer her freeze abilities, but she can actually heal from them. Depending on what kind of injury she has. If it's not too internal, she can heal completely. I mean, she can use her freeze to actually glide around places. Instead of walking, she's gliding around like Iceman on the X-Men. I mean, this lady's... So she's basically like Iceman, but she's evil. And she is bad. And she's smart, too. Like, she's got scientific skills, just like in the TV show Flash. She can manipulate you. She don't like nobody. So if you get in her way, it's all about me, myself, and I. That's not what she's about. Most of these villains are like that, but she takes it to another level. You know what I mean? If you get in her way, you're getting put down. There's no negotiating. There's no nothing. She's just going to end you, period. That's Killer Frost right there. She's just ruthless. If you've never seen DC Comics, DC Justice League Unlimited, or Justice League, you got to go watch that. Because this character is incredible, man. She's an incredible character, Killer Frost. I was like, I really like her. The more I watched the show, but then I watched the cartoon, I'm like, this character is so sick. So she had to make this list, man. So Killer Frost, man, is next. It was next. Next up is Sabre from Technoman. Let's see if we can find Sabre for y'all. Let's see, Sabre from Techno Man. I don't want my computer going to sleep. I mean, this is introducing these guys, and I'm gonna let y'all decide who wins, because I don't want to pick who wins. Usually I do, but I'm gonna let y'all decide. I'm introducing all these people, telling you what they can do. I'm gonna let y'all decide who wins. Let's see if we can find Sabre. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There goes Sabre right there. That's Sabre right there. And I'm gonna show you another one. That's the dude Revo had to fight in part 2. I mean, man, Revo's suit is so in advanced. Revo don't fear nobody. I'm gonna show you another image of Sabre. That's Sabre right there. God, what are they waiting for to make Techno Man? I mean, you know how sick Techno Man would be? Sabre is sick. Sabre is basically the evil Techno Man. That's what he is. Real name Kjen, because his brother was Slade. And so when they created the powers, when the Darkon created the Techno Man, he turned his entire family, Slade's family, into Techno Man, including Kjen, who's Techno Man's twin brother. And Sabre can do everything Techno Man can do: beams, weapons, lances, techno beam, flight. And he's got a hoverboard thing just like Techno Man too. He's just the evil version. Sabre is ruthless. He's gonna do whatever it takes to defeat you. There is no, oh, I feel sorry for you. Oh, there is no, I hope you make it. No, it's hope you don't make it. He's going to annihilate you. That's Sabre right there. That dude is ruthless. I remember watching the cartoon. I was like, this guy is ruthless. I remember he whooped Ringo so bad that it was holding up with one arm like this, and then told Slade, if you don't come out, I'm gonna end him. And then Slade had to come out because he didn't want Sabre to end Ringo. Man, if you've never watched Techno Man, the animated series, it's available on YouTube. Please go watch. You are so missing out if you don't. Don't miss out on that, man. So that's Sabre right there. Next up, we got Lady Deathstrike. Let's see if I can find her, man. From X-Men. Lady Deathstrike is all that and 2 bags of chips. I used to love her in the cartoon, especially in the Out of Past season 3, 1 and 2. Let's see if we can get Lady Deathstrike right here. Lady Deathstrike. Oh yeah, there she goes. Oh my God, she is so sick. She was played by Kelly Hu in the X-Men movies, but the X-Men movies weren't really all that. You know what I mean? I never really liked them. That's Lady Deathstrike right there. Y'all can see. She is sick, man. Let me see if I can find another picture of her. She is ruthless. Her whole goal is to just end Wolverine. That's her whole existence, to see if she can end Wolverine. Yeah, there you go right there, Lady Deathstrike. I mean, she is ruthless, cunning, conniving, devious. She is just vengeful. Like, she wants to end you. She's coming for you by any ways, any means necessary. Of course, Wolverine's not part of this Clash of the Titans saga, because I was like, I had to pick the most powerful, and then most current characters too, because there are a lot of factors that went, but Lady Deathstrike is just all that and 3 bags of chips. And also, I wanted powerful women in this Clash of the Titans, because I felt like I didn't want to not have enough women. Women representation was important, and I wanted powerful women too. And also too, I've never understood why Lady Deathstrike has not gotten enough shine, except for in the one movie she was in. That's all she's ever gotten. In the animated movie with Hulk versus Wolverine and Hulk versus Thor, she was in that one. She was incredible. Can you imagine now with all the technology you have, a Lady Deathstrike, somebody actually coming out and then some long talon claws coming out of her hands? I mean, that would be scary as hell. Get one of these amazing women, amazing actresses to play her. I'm not sure who, but they can get somebody, man. Maybe it's that lady from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or you can get Kelly Hu to do it again. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many amazing, talented actors out there to do this. But Lady Deathstrike is ruthless. She is not, and she's the daughter of the person who created the adamantium skeletons for Wolverine. And so Wolverine, when he breaks out of that facility, kills her father, not intentionally but accidentally. But she doesn't care. She wants to get revenge. And what better person that to have on this villain side of the team in terms of the Clash of the Titans than Lady Deathstrike? She's ruthless, so she has a direct motive. she's one of those, I gotta go that way and you're in my way and I'm gonna go through you to get to where I gotta go. And she's ruthless in terms of combative skills. She's Japanese. She has great sword skills. Even though she has those talents, she still has great sword skills. So, you know, that's Lady Deathstrike right there, y'all. Last but not least, Doomsday, the arch nemesis of Superman. Man, this dude does not like anybody. And, you know, I really fell in love with Doomsday is when I started watching, let's see here. When I started watching Justice League Unlimited and Justice League. Let's see if I can find him, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Ah, there we go. That's Doomsday right there. That dude is ruthless. Can you imagine having to fight somebody like that? Not only does he have Superman's strength, speed, the only thing he can do is really fly. He's literally invulnerable. Superman had to lobotomize him with his heat vision just to defeat this guy. And even then he wasn't defeated because he covered. Only to come back and be like, I got something for you, Superman. Doomsday is Superman's arch nemesis. He's basically the Hulk of DC. And he's just as intelligent, just as ruthless. He has military training. Initially, he was just created in different versions of Superman movies or universes. He was created as just a robot that they used to in military. But then in some parts, he was created by Cadmus, especially in Justice League, to fight Superman. And not like in the movie Justice League Dawn of Justice. I was like, no, hell no, that's not it. The real storyline is Justice League Unlimited or Justice League, where Doomsday was created strictly by Cadmus, by Amanda Waller and Cadmus to defeat Superman, to take him down. And he did. If anybody's ever seen the death of Superman, like this movie series, animated movie, he whooped the hell out of Superman. He beat him to death. And Superman literally had to fly into space and drop both of them down into the ground just to beat this guy. And even then, it cost Superman his life. That's how powerful Doomsday is. Now, can you imagine having somebody like that on your team, on the villain side of this Clash of the Titans saga? I mean, who's going to fight him? On the hero side, of course, Superman's going to have to fight him, or Wonder Woman, or Dizol. But this dude is, man, he is ruthless, man. Like, even on the villain side, the assassins or Yukon's going to have to take him on, and he did. Thanos might have to fight him, but Doomsday is ruthless, man. Like, now that I'm introducing all these characters to you, Doomsday is one hell of a character. Now, check this out. I've given you a list of all the heroes, right? I've given you a list of all the villains. Like, can you imagine all these guys going against each other? Now, actually imagine this. That's the whole point of these episodes, Clash of Titans. I'm not really trying to decide for you who's going to win. You're going to decide. I want you to go sit there while you're listening to this podcast like, wait a minute, this dude's got something. Who'd win this fight? Because I am telling you, this is a crazy clash. Like, and I'm surprised I haven't done anything like this before in the past. I don't know what took me so long to get here, but Clash of the Titans Saga, Endgame right here. I'm going to let y'all decide. The heroes versus villains. You know who's who. Let's talk about the hero recap. Kjen, Escalade, Glucks, Raspuin, Sincere, Sheperd, Dizol, Blade, Ironman, Storm, Batman, Black Panther, Wonder Woman, Superman. And then, of course, the villains. Suntzu, Artilery, Excursion, Revo, Kanji, Snipes, Yukon, Thanos, Lady Kyra, Killmonger, Killer Frost, Sabre, Deathstrike, Doomsday. I mean, that list is insane. These guys clashing. Who's going to win? I don't know. I'm going to let y'all decide. But that's what today's podcast was about. This is the conclusion of the Clash of the Titans saga. Hopefully I'll see your comments in the podcast or on the YouTube as I post a video, and you can tell me who's the winner. I'm going to look for that. So, you know, that's our show today, Clash of Titans Saga. Before we get up out of here, let's talk about some things before we get up out of here. First of all, it's the Karjakz for Assassins bio book. This is going to help you to understand the first official Karjakz for Assassins comic book that's coming out soon. Because as I was at the Los Angeles Comic Con 2022 this year, people were like, you're going to have the what coming out? I said, the first official Karjakz for Assassins comic book. And I said, if you want to understand what's going on in it, you got to get you this bio book. You know what I'm saying? You got to get you this bio book. That's what you got to get you. It's a great read. Tells you about all the characters so you know what's coming in the book so you don't get all confused, man. You got to get you a comic book. You know what I'm saying? And as I showed you all those posters I showed y'all, they're definitely all available. Now, winter's here, so I got to start showing you some gear. Workout gear, but also keeps you warm, right? These are sweatpants, right? As you can see, I got it on a hanger. They feel great. I was wearing this all through my travels, and people were like, whoa, what is that you got on? People were like, this is so sick. Karjakz for Assassins sweatpants, but you can get them in different sweatpants too. I also got the All-Star one too. You know what I'm saying? Let me break that out for y'all. These are the All-Star sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? It's got Blade, Ryu, Iron Man, Leonardo, Wolverine, as you can see right there. You got Mega Man. You got Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America. And then if you flip it on the backside, you've got Black Panther, you got Batman, Green Lantern, John Stewart, War Machine, Techno Man, Voltron, Panther, You know what I'm saying? You got Black Lightning, you got Spider-Man. I basically put everybody who I liked a lot on these pants. Then, of course, the Karjakz Assassin pants that I've shown y'all. You got the Karjakz on one side. You got the Assassins on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And if you flip it, you've got the Assassins again on one side. The Karjakz, on one side. And then you got the Assassin on the other side. And on the front, you got Kjen, Sincere, you know what I'm saying? Escalade, Sheperd on this side. On this side, you got Excursion, Snipes, Suntzu. Then if you flip it to the back, you got on the villain side, you got Yukon, Kanji, Revo, and then Artilery. And then on the good side, you got Glucks, Raspuin, and Dizol. You know what I mean? So you got Dizol right here. If y'all are wondering where he's at, he's like, yeah, he's right here. You know what I mean? That's Dizol right there, as you can see. You know, that's the pants right there. And of course, you got the heavy hitter, the bomber jacket. Can't forget the bomber jacket. You know what I mean? We got all kinds of bomber jackets. This is the platinum version of the bomber jacket, right? But you can get them in a waterproof. You get it in a satin, and you can get in the jersey. So if you want an awesome bomber jacket, just get one of our armor. As you can see, changes light reflectively. I was getting stopped by everybody's like, that's the sickest jacket I've ever seen. I said, this is one of my first designs. This is a classic, man. This is going to go into the Hall of Fame. So if you love bomber jackets, you got to get one of our bomber jackets right here. This is a sick old bomber jacket. You know what I mean? So, and then of course, can't forget the footwear. The Batas footwear line. I was always getting compliments of these right here. The Karjakz Assassin Batas low tops. You know what I'm saying? But you get them in multiple characters. As you can see, the art is different on all sides. You know what I mean? So you got to go get your pair on SignVision.com today. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the high tops of the Batas 2s. You know what I mean? Look at that. The high tops, man. Sick as hell. This is the Kjen special right here with the Suntzu special right here. So two heroes and villains from the Karjakz Assassin universe. You see the inside of the art. I got a lot of compliments on these shoes right here. Then of course, can't forget the sport ones, the newest footwear we got going right now. Available in multiple characters. As you can see, the art is different on all sides. I get so much compliments on these shoes, man, and I love running in them. They are so comfortable. Man, they are comfortable. The sport ones, man. So that's available on SignVision.com. So y'all, that's our show for today. You know what I'm saying? Los Angeles Comic Con was awesome. And it was an incredible show. Got to introduce all these new products that I got. And I've been waiting a long time for people to see all these new products. The hoodies, the tank tops, the sweatpants. I mean, it was an incredible show. And people were like, whoa, this is custom. So I said, yeah, everything we do here is custom. So if you love custom stuff with my art on it, you got to visit SignVision.com. You know what I mean? SignVision.com. You got to visit it. And we got savings all the time. So once you pull up on the website, the first thing you're going to see on top, at the top of the tab of the website, you're going to see how much you're saving whenever you make a purchase. So check that out, y'all. And so Clash of the Titans Saga ended today. The conclusion of the Clash of the Titans Saga ended today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all decide, as I stated before, who won this thing. Because I don't want to decide it anymore. I've done that before in previous episodes. I want you to go think about it. Who would win? You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this. And they conversate with me and send different messages through the podcast. You know what I mean? So that concludes our show for today, y'all. I want to thank y'all for listening. But before we get up out of here, we got to pay these bills, man. This Science Vision podcast is brought to you by A4 Capital Consulting. Growing good business anywhere and everywhere. Let A4 Capital Consulting take your business to the next level. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. That's A4CapitalConsulting.com for details, y'all. As I stated before, A4 Capital Consulting is coming out with an awesome new podcast. It's going to be sick. I'm probably going to end up being a guest on that because they've helped me to grow my business. So get ready for the awesome podcast from A4 Capital Consulting. And as I stated before again, this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. You know what I mean? So, y'all, I want to thank you for listening. This podcast is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Booker Jr. Please check out our website at SignVision.com for all this cool, awesome stuff we got. From bomber jackets to phone cases to beanies that I got on my head, to custom hoodies. We're even changing a lot of designs on the hoodies on the website, so check it out. You know what I mean? Posters, canvas art, travel neck pillows. You know, you name it, we've got it on there, man. Footwear, apparel, bucket hats. I mean, dude, you name it, we got it, man. Anything cool that you think, passport covers, we got it on there, man. You know what I mean? So, shoot. What am I talking about right here? Look at this. Wallets. We've got wallets. Look, don't try to take my money. You can see the cash right there. You know what I mean? But wallets, man. You know what I mean? So we're doing multiple things. Glasses cases. You got to visit the website, man. You know what I mean? So, and please subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen, whether it is Amazon, Deezer, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher. You can also listen to our podcast always on SignVision.com. And please check out the social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at SignVision. As I keep saying it to all this right here, You're playing yourself if you ain't got no social media platform. I ain't on social media to make friends. I'm on social media to promote my brand and what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And your TikTok and your YouTube game got to be up. Don't play yourself. Those two platforms is a must. I had to convince a friend or somebody that I know at the Comic Expo, the last one, LA Comic Con 2022, recently last week, that you need to get a TikTok. How do you not have a TikTok on YouTube channel? That doesn't make any sense because they were too busy trying to hold on to Instagram. You got to let that go, man. Instagram ain't what it used to be, and that's not the new platform. The top platforms are YouTube and TikTok. You got to have those. So follow us on those and and check out our awesome stuff because that's where we at. We got it popping. Yeah, y'all. We got so many followers, so many subscribers, and so many views. It's 6 million plus views. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. So people are checking us out. And please don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star. Don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.